Okay, Deepstar 6.
Woof.
Let me just read you the plot here, all right? A team of Navy personnel stationed at a temporary base at the bottom of the ocean and tasked with setting up nuclear missiles discovers a huge underwater cavern.
Why are you pointing it out to me?
Which houses a giant prehistoric creature.
Okay.
Okay, what did you guys think of this film?
Well, first thing I noticed.
Initial thoughts, reactions.
Why did she ask him, have you ever been married, and then go straight to sucking his nipple?
Did she?
Yeah, in the scene where they're laying in bed, she's like, why have you never been married? And they're like, and then like kisses his nipple.
Sucking his nipple.
I was like,
you might have blown that out of proportion.
Joe?
There was some nipple kissing.
Was there? Wow. Well, what were your initial thoughts, reactions? Tell me what you thought about the movie.
I don't really want to say anything else about it other than it was fine.
It took.
Can I just leave it at that and you guys say the rest? Because
they waited way too long to show any creature or any blood.
No, here's the thing.
Like, it took so long to build up.
It did, but in my opinion, I think that helps with the suspense. That keeps you engaged.
I know you think that, but sometimes it doesn't.
I was engaged.
Well, the payoff was,
I want to see
I was not.
creature. And then it paid off.
Joe and I were not engaged.
It paid off, and I'm like,
that paid off.
Kiss and the
get out of here. You're a liar.
I'm playing.
But then right away when she said her stomach hurt, I go, she's either pregnant or has an alien in her. Which is it?
Yeah.
If you saw the creature and said chef's kiss, I'm done with this podcast.
But then
the creature did not look that bad.
It was fine, yeah.
Well, the highlight of the movie is when they're doing the instrument panel, and he's like, did you check the hen weigh? And the guy goes, what's a hen weigh?
Yeah,
about 3 or 4 pounds.
I knew you'd like that.
Joe and I were dying.
When I watched it, I'm like, Joe and Shaw will get a kick out of this, I think.
And then they really loved saying umbilicals. They said it
so much. Yeah. But it's fun, it's silly, it's a creature feature.
Oh, those are...
Hey, honestly, it has surprisily good practical effects.
One of those words I would not use.
I was actually surprised.
I'm okay with you saying that, but fun and silly is wild. Silly?
I wouldn't say silly. I mean,
you just said silly. What do you mean?
No, I mean, I would say, let me finish. Silly fun. Silly
Don't
fun.
do this.
Then I said...
Silly, stupid fun.
I nailed it, because then they revealed that she was pregnant. And
yeah, you did
nail
it. The creature looked like a cross between a Graboid from Tremors and Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors.
And kind of the thing from
a Dune Sandwich.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, and that too, yeah. All that stuff combined. But it
didn't look that bad, but sometimes like it was super clunky. Like when it moved and stuff, like in some scenes, you're like, that was terrible.
It's fine.
It looked pretty cool, I thought.
If it's practical, you're going to get some clunk.
I mean...
how did it fit in the airlock, though? I want to ask.
They said it was so huge.
It was giant.
Tricky, yeah.
And then it fit in the airlock.
But then it did vary in size.
Then when it showed it swimming in the water, it looked like a carp.
Yeah.
And then it was just giant.
It did vary in size. I mean, it's that evolved that it can just do that. You know what I'm saying?
I said there was some fun to be had in like the last 20-30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But pretty dull the rest of the movie.
When the creature started picking them off one
by one. Pretty dull the rest of the time for me.
It was a little slow building up to that, but it
was almost like a sci-fi made-for-TV movie some of the time.
I think it was a step above that. I think you're really crapping on it, and I don't appreciate that. But
just because it's your pick. I saw your score for it. It's not great.
No, I will get to it. Okay, it did have a lot of aliens type stuff going on. Claustrophobic area.
Well, yeah, it was an underwater alien ripoff, I think, is like what everybody says.
The motion tracking with the loud beep and the dot beep, beep.
Yeah, annoying. Very annoying.
Very aliens. Claustrophobic spaces.
The guy going crazy and just stabbing his own team.
Undependable vehicles. Yeah, that guy.
That dude ruled.
That guy was kind of the highlight.
Yeah, he was. What's it? Miguel Ferrer. I even wrote it down.
It's Lloyd in The Stand. I know that.
Yeah. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He's a good character actor. But he definitely stole the show in this.
He backed into my harpoon.
Yeah, right. He just became more...
I didn't kill him.
I didn't do it on purpose.
He became more paranoid, unhinged.
Which was funny, because they did do
fearful.
that.
Yeah, he was just...
I feel like they should have had some sort of alien, the thing component where it was messing with people.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
It did.
He was just crazy.
I thought that was coming. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it established the setting well.
The British guy was a dickhead. Throughout.
Which one?
Stash?
The old guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
He did nothing on the ship. He just yelled at people.
He did, and he just wanted that. What was his purpose again? He just wanted it to be blown up.
The missile silo had to be done within a week.
Yeah, so he didn't really care for exploring the cavern and seeing what's down there. But it did establish the setting well. I didn't think the characters stood out. And the storyline, like you said, was kind of boring up until the creature reveals itself fully. There were a couple cool deaths. The biting in half of that one guy in the suit, that was pretty cool. It got me. I jumped a little bit. I'm like, whoa,
You got me.
shoot.
The door chomping people,
Oh, yeah.
the dude in half.
Yep. How about the best death, I think, was the decompression one where his face is
That was good.
That was cool.
I'll give him that.
The water, it blew up like a watermelon. It was bleeding. It was really well
He was
done.
cool.
I think, Shaw, you said it was the same director as Jason, right? Friday the 13th?
Yeah, the original
And
Friday the
popping out of the
13th.
water at the end was pretty much like
Yeah.
spot on.
That got me too. Honestly, I did not expect that. And boom, and I jumped. But yeah, yeah, the characters is like the biggest down, like the biggest negative con, I guess. Just wasn't invested in the characters at all, and there were too many that they attempted to develop.
Sorry,
Like,
I got
why-
distracted. A fish just jumped.
Why would you try and develop two love stories? Why not just stick with one? Like there's like a side one and like.
Trying to get enough characters to kill off. That would be
Yeah, I know
fun.
they're supposed to serve up as fodder. That's the purpose, but like they tried to like establish them and like. I think it could have worked better if they would have just had less characters.
If you're gonna have that Asian chick in the shower, at least show the tatas. You know?
I know, yeah.
I do feel like I know you like the just like Jaws, like they don't show the monster until far in.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Builds the
if they were
suspense.
gonna wait, they waited a little too long, in my opinion.
You think?
Because then there would have been less of a complaint about like the build up, because
That is true.
they would have been picked off.
I did
sooner.
check the time at one point,
Did you?
and there was like 28 minutes left and no creature, and I was like, "This is
Yeah,
what is
Joe
happening?
did pause it
That's
and goes.
not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe did
That's
pause
not-
it and
I
go.
swear.
He's like,
No, he reveals himself like 40 minutes left in the movie.
Nope.
I'm pretty certain.
yeah, 40 minutes left is an hour into the movie.
No, but 40 minutes left.
Yeah,
I mean,
but so it's an hour into the movie.
yeah, it is about an hour.
The payoff wasn't enough for the delay. Jaws payoff was enough.
I think it kept me, in suspense because I wanted to see that creature. I'm like, oh, I want to see it because when it rammed those people in that submarine, I'm like, oh, I want to see this thing now.
Maybe if there was only like 5 or 6 movies like this in the genre, it could stand out. But
There are
there's a
so many
lot
Alien
of
ripoffs.
So much better movies in this genre
Yeah,
that you're just like, anything it does, a different movie's done so much better. It's
it is true, but it's
You're just
definitely
like-
not the worst I've ever seen.
not the worst thing I've ever seen. That's like,
No, the word's not even the worst in the genre. I think it gets a lot of hate for. I think it's better than most people say. I'll say that.
does it get a lot of hate, or does no one
I was
know about
reading
it
and
and care about it?
people just like dump on it, like because if it was from like let's say a big director, it would be considered like a cult classic, because it's from some like
Because it'd probably be better.
ridiculous director, like someone no one knows. It's considered like trash.
Well, I mean, he did direct Friday the 13th and then nothing of note after.
Yeah, besides 630. The characters were kind of dumb though, in that they caused their own demise, right? In a way,
Well, yeah, that one dude.
they lose the remote, they blow up the nukes, they have no escape.
Yeah, he
route.
said he was disarming the nukes. It literally said set them off, and he's like, yeah, and gets excited. He's like,
What
fire!
are you doing?
Yeah, that guy just went rogue.
And then when they lost that remote, that was just incompetence. When they did that, it was like,
Well, they didn't want to get yelled at. I figured we can get it quick.
yeah. Then they went in the caverns and they're like, oh, this is scary. And then, but yeah, I honestly thought the creature looked better than I expected.
Also, though, when the
looked
whole
fine.
time when it was on the radar, they're like, it is so huge. I don't see anything. If it's so big, how do you just not see it? It's like, it's all 10 yards away. It's so huge. And then you just can't see
And
it.
then they go, it's huge. Or whatever. How about anything else you guys want to add on this movie?
Blew a lot of budget on the light up boards, I feel like.
I will say this: I read that I had only a budget, I believe, of 8 or 9 million.
They spent at least $4 million on all those lights on the
Which
ships.
is pretty impressive.
I knew it had to have a low budget. I said that
I think
because it's like a 1 or 2 setting movie. So like,
Yeah, I think it was pretty well done for that low of a budget, honestly. Like, I thought it was decent. But, what do you think, guys? I mean, you're right. There are a lot of movies that do it better, but it's just fun to discover new, I guess, creatures and that you haven't seen, like, like movie creatures, creature features, and stuff.
sometimes.
Ocean creatures. You guys know I'm a sucker for aquatic movies.
Mm-hmm, correct.
And the
Aquatic
fact that you
settings.
call it silly and fun is crazy to me.
I misspoke. Silly fun. Silly fun.
Not, yeah.
That's
I
even
got-
crazier, I feel like, then.
Why is that crazy? It's just like a movie you shut off your brain to and just like, oh, cool, yeah, it's a nice creature feature, dumb movie.
It's not fun, though.
I thought it was pretty fun. I mean,
Right.
all right, but anything else you guys want to add on this?
No, I think I hit all my notes.
Okay, you hit all your notes. All right, we're gonna give it a score. Okay, you guys want to give it your score?
I want Joe to go first.
Okay, Jordan, give it
4.5.
4.5. Okay, I give it a 5.5.
Yeah, I give it a 4.5.
Really?
It was better than
Both
Under
gave it
Pairs.
4.5.
It was better than Under Pairs.
Man,
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like that's I feel like that's low. I feel like that's low.
Would you ever recommend it to somebody or watch it again?
Probably not. No.
Okay. It's not that low then.
I mean, I could think of people I might recommend it to, but
I can't.
I ain't watching it again.
Yeah.
Even like people who love movies, I wouldn't recommend it because there's nothing there that you haven't seen in like Alien.
I mean, there's probably some of fan pages for Lloyd from The Stand that would watch it.
Maybe just watch the last like 30 minutes.
Yeah, the last half hour.
Look up an image of the creature and then you've seen it.
Image of the creature,
Disrespectful thing.
image of the creature, and the pressure death.
The most disrespectful thing. Look up an image. Imagine all the 1,000 people that went into making that movie. Look at
The people that made the creature would be stoked that we said that.
That's true.
Look up an image with your friends and then talk to each other about it. You've seen the movie.
Right. All right. Yeah. Well, so final recommendation: watch it ASAP. Watch it whenever, or skip
Skip it.
I would say whenever. Don't do me like this.
I'll give Ben a watch it whenever.
Thank you. Watch it whenever. Especially if you're an aquatic horror fan.
Man.
Huh?
Aquatic horror? Aquatic horror? Like wet sex you pay for?
He says. What?
Nothing.
What?
Sometimes when you say things, it just pains me. I can feel it internally. It just.
That's great. That pleases me.
I can feel my organs shift when you say things sometimes.
Me. What? Like what? Like what pain? Aquatic horror?
Just the way you emphasize things sometimes.
Was
I
it
just-
aquatic horror? That's great. That pleases me. But anyway, that's our review of 6 Star Deep. Yeah, and if you're a big fan of aquatic horror, creatures and stuff like that, you might want to check it out. Not ASAP, but watch it whenever, whatever. What are you doing back there? All right, thanks guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.